Arlynn here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner. How in the world are you guys doing today? It is so good to see you again, and thank you so much for stopping back by to see what I'm up to. And what I'm up to today is I have created another compilation video of my patriotic decor through the years. This one will concentrate on some centerpieces, a couple of cozy corners, and a couple of wreaths that I've made. So it's quite the hodgepodge. I've got a lot of footage for you in today's video. I think it's like 15 or 17 minutes worth of footage, you know, put to fast motion into, you know, spiffy patriotic music. I cannot tell you guys, I did this all yesterday afternoon. Chris and I weren't doing anything special yesterday afternoon. And I spent all afternoon, literally all afternoon, pulling these videos down off of YouTube and then throwing them into my iMovie and editing. So you all, every time you see a transition from one picture to another or from one, you know, frame to another, that's me. That's my editing. So it took me a long time, but it was fun. It was fun to watch and see, you know, from where my brain went in 2017 up until 2022. My decorating has changed. It really has. My decorating has lightened up in amount that I do and in feel. I think my palette has lifted. I prefer things in a lighter, an airier, and a true red, and a true blue, and a true white, you know, sense for patriotic anyway. I'm really like thank goodness I like where my decor is gone, because that's where my decor is now. And again, I want to say, if I were to decorate, can I talk today? If I had decorated for 2022, I would have done the same things that you see in my 2021 footage. I definitely would have. Also, stay tuned to the very end, and you see a little snippet of little Maverick, how he looked a year ago. So cute, so cute. But anyway, I do have 4 questions, so I'm going to answer these 4 questions today. I don't want you to wait until next week. But I wanted to tell you, I do have a plan for next week. Yes, I do. It's going to be all about the master bathroom next week. Monday will be a haul. I'm still waiting for some things to arrive. And it should be here through the weekend, I hope. And I'll be able to haul what I have on Monday. Also, if you have any more questions, go ahead and throw them in there in today, you know, under this video. And then I can probably answer questions easier in maybe Monday's video or Wednesday's video, Monday or Wednesday's video, or anytime, or actually anytime, really anytime. Then on Wednesday, I think I'm going to do a funky bow lantern topper and lantern centerpiece to replace the one that's on my sink back there. I want to do a pretty one in the blue and white, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it quite yet, but you know, I have a bunch of blue and white ribbon. I'm not sure where I'm going, but I'm going to do that lantern centerpiece with a funky bow topper on Wednesday. And then on Friday, I hopefully will reveal the bathroom to you guys. Hopefully I've gotten everything in and got everything in place, and we'll be able to reveal it to you. So it'll be 3 videos next week. Yes, for sure. 3 videos next week. And so please come back for that. I'm excited to do that and to pull it into the bedroom. I needed to wait a little while till I got paid, because I kind of spent my wad of my paycheck, you know, on the bedroom itself. And then actually I went a little over, and then now I'm spending my next paycheck on the master bathroom. I really and truly do. You guys, you know, whatever monies I make on my YouTube channel, you know, from the ads and stuff, is I throw that right back in to my home, you know, usually try to do that. So anyway, I've got all that planned for next week, but I did, as I said, I wanted to answer these questions before. Speaking of, I wanted to also show you though, this, I did my nails last night, and these are Color Street nails, as I've been using, Color Street nails. And this color is Let Freedom Bling, B-L-I-N-G, Let Freedom Bling. And these are, isn't that a pretty color? That is a super pretty red. I don't see any orange in it. If you do on the camera there really isn't in person. It is a true red. I love it. A true red. So So pretty. This fingernail, it drives me crazy. It breaks all the time. I was telling Ellen, my color street nail consultant is always in the description, all of her information, link to her Facebook group, link to her website, everything is in the description box of every video I put up. I was talking to her and I said, you know, this one dumb fingernail, look at the rest of them. They're so pretty and not real long, but, you know, a nice length, and then this poor stubby thing. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you that because that's such a pretty color. They have so many different colors, so many different designs. I cannot speak highly enough of the Color Street. I've really enjoyed wearing them for the last, year or so, I guess. So, alrighty. Anyway, let's get on with these questions because I don't want to yammer on too much here because I do have a good bit of patriotic footage. So, sorry, I'm looking at my phone. I've gotten notifications coming in. Sorry about that. Candace texted me. Okay, number one is from Terry Davis. Hey, Terry. I love the bedding from Piper Classics. Everything you have done is beautiful. I have a question. I know there are 2 master bedrooms in your home. Did you not use the one upstairs in the past? Enjoy that adorable little boy this weekend. And you know we did. I had this, actually, Terry, I apologize to you because I did have this in my stickies and I had forgotten about it. When I went to put the other 3 questions that I got in my stickies, I had totally forgotten about your question. So my apologies for taking a little bit to answer this. No, we chose that bedroom is not anything that we ever considered as a master bedroom for us. We always knew we wanted the main floor master and would utilize the main floor master as our master bedroom. The reason I went ahead and made that one an ensuite bathroom, and I may take you up there and do a tour up there, maybe the week after next. I can get up the steps now with my knee, and take you up there and do a little tour up there for you guys so you can see more of what I'm talking about for those of you who are newer to my channel. But I do have 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms share a hall bath, and then 1 bedroom has an ensuite bath, and that's the bedroom that she's talking about. The purple bedroom is what, and I've named my bedrooms the purple bedroom, the happy bedroom, and the turquoise bedroom. I'll explain that in a different time. But the reason I did that, Terry, was because I really wanted, my dad is what was first and foremost in my mind. I wanted him or whoever stayed in that room to have a little bit more privacy, because when you look up there, you can look up those steps and you can see anybody walking through the hall, you know, and I didn't want anybody to have to, you know, like my dad, who might be more of a private person, you know, have to come out in the hall and go to a hall bath. So I wanted 1 bedroom up there that I could put somebody in, maybe who was older, who, whatever, you know, who they could have, where they could have a little bit more privacy. And that's why I went ahead and did that upstairs. And then, you know, there are 2 full baths upstairs, but the one is right off of the purple bedroom and ensuite. So, but no, our bath master was always going to be our master down on this level. So, thank you for that question. That's a good one. Okay, number 2 from Jennifer Cruz Creations. I love the video, Arlynn. That was a lot of editing. I think that was one of my patriotic compilation videos. I have a question. Are you and Chris planning on getting another dog? Hugs, Jen. Well, Jen, not anytime soon, probably. As much as we loved having dogs, and both of us have had dogs. We both had dogs when we grew up, our whole lives growing up. And then we went for about a year without a dog when we first got married because we were in an apartment where we couldn't have a dog. But when we built our first house, after about a year of marriage, we built a house. And that's when we got our golden retriever, Shelby, and have had a dog, at least 1, sometimes up to 4 at one time, from 1982 up until when Sam left us in 2019 or 20. And so we've had dogs have had dogs for a very, very, very long time, and have loved every minute of it, and have been, you know, you run your emotions run the gamut when you own a pet. You know, you're so happy and wonderful to have them. Several of our pets have had health problems, and you know, everybody always says, well, they know, you know, all the vets and everybody always used to say, well, they knew, you know, he knew who he was giving this dog to, because, you know, we always took the very best care that we could you know, all of our dogs. Our sweet Maddie, the Bernese Mountain Dog, she had 2 hip replacements, and she had mega esophagus, and she had all kinds of allergies. She was a very sickly dog that we took very good care of. Sam had hip dysplasia. He had a luxating patella on the back leg. I mean, but he was an amazing dog. And our Sophie, and I mean, all of them, you know. And then you run the gamut to the end of their lives, and then you have to muster up the gumption to be with them, you know, when you say goodbye. Or you have to say goodbye. And my heart just broke every single time. But when we had to say goodbye to Sam, that was probably, I think, because it was twofold, because he was my buddy. He and I were a therapy team together. He was my heart dog, you know. And then also I knew he would be our last dog for quite a while, because our plan is to do some traveling. And then of course COVID hit, so then we couldn't really travel. But our plan is to travel moving forward, and while we're young enough to be able to travel. And the one thing that we hated to do when we traveled was to leave our pets. And we hated to burden our daughter. Our dogs were so big that I did not feel comfortable with putting them in a kennel. Not very many people have kennels large enough to handle a Newfoundland. They're very large, very, very large. And I just never felt comfortable leaving them in a kennel, you know. And so Kristen would come over, she is unmarried, would come over and stay here and commute back and forth. She lived close enough to her town that she could commute back and forth, and she was an angel and would come here and sit and stay with our dogs and house sit and dog sit. And that's why I don't worry about telling you so much about when we're traveling or and so on. We've alarmed this house to, you know, out the yin yang. Now we've got cameras on all the doors and windows and window breaks and motion detectors, and it calls the cops immediately and all this stuff, you know. But I used to worry about Kristen being here, and we wouldn't say. That's why we wouldn't say exactly where we were going or exactly what we were doing. And I sometimes still don't, because we don't have to leave our dogs and burden Kristen with, not that she would ever say it was a burden. She would never say that. She loved them. She loved them as much as we did, and Candace did too. Dustin and the baby. I mean, Maverick never knew any of our dogs. Little Mav never knew them. And that breaks my heart. Sam would have been awesome. Sam and Sophie, especially the 2 Noofs, would have been amazing with him. They would have been amazing with him. He could have held the leash and walked them. I mean, that's how good of a dog. They were wonderful dogs, you guys. Anyway, that's why we're not going to have any more right now, Jen, is because we just want to do some traveling, and we don't want to leave them or burden our daughter to come over and stay with them anymore. So I think eventually, when most of our traveling is done, we may. I doubt we'll ever have another Newfie. We're getting a little older, and it's a little hard. I mean, you have to be, pretty strong to handle a Noof. Or you have to, I had a minivan just for the Noofs, you know, so they could just gingerly walk in and out of it. But, you know, it's not for the faint of heart to own a Newfie just because of their size. They're very large and heavy boned, very heavy, you know. So, I've thought about a King George, what are they called? King George Spaniels. Oh my goodness. One of Chris's aunts has one, cute as a button. I just love those little dogs. I think that might not be big enough for Chris. I think he would rather have like a golden retriever or something, a Labrador or something of that size, which of course would be fine with me. I would love a German Shepherd. Would absolutely love a German Shepherd, because I had a German Shepherd as a child. I think you all can tell that I miss not having a pet right now. I do. But it is a decision that we came to together, and that we are both, we both get weaknesses. You see commercials on the television. My screensaver on the television is puppies, and there are so many dogs that could stand to be rescued. I wouldn't mind just having a mutt, but we're thinking of their lives and what their lives would be when we're traveling 2 to 3, 4 times a year and gone for weeks at a time. So, trying not to be selfish for the future animal, you know, that we would have. Anyway, let me move on. Number 3, thank you for that question, Jen. Sorry about the tears, you guys. Mary, Arlynn, I have this beautiful wooden 3-tiered tray that I bought off of Etsy. What can I do with it other than decorate it with tiered trade items? Well, it depends on what kind of wood it is and how it's been treated. But you could always use it for a cupcake stand, or use it to as a display in your kitchen, and get like faux cupcakes or faux fruit or something like that, and build a display out of that. You could put it in like a tray design and let it just be part of the tray design, and you don't have to put a lot of items on it. It could be, you know, maybe you want to do a lemon display coming up on summer. A lot of folks work with lemons, and there's so many beautiful little lemon stuff on Amazon right now. Y'all could just go on there and have heyday, you know. But, you know, sky's the limit. Use your imagination and think out of the box, and think what you might like. You know, you could use it for, let's say you wanted to put it in on your dresser, and maybe get little boxes and put like your earrings in, and put it on a little turntable and turn it around, and then you could just pick your jewelry out of it that way, something like that. Or put your cosmetics on it, you know, in your bathroom maybe, and have it hold your cosmetics or your lipsticks, or, you know, things like that. Maybe put cotton balls and Q-tips. Oh my goodness. And, you know, things like that. You know, sky's the limit. I could think of a lot of things that you could do with that. Those are just some ideas off the top of my head, though. Sounds like it's beautiful. Have fun with it, though, for sure. Okay, thank you for that, Mary. And then number 4 is from Jane Far Ago Farm. J Far Ago Farm. Hi, Arlynn. Nice haul, and I love the trips down memory lane of your decor. Question: how do you store your magnetic mailbox covers and flags? You've got me hooked on the mailbox covers, and I have acquired one for every month of the year. Oh my goodness, girl. Every month? Go, girl. Woo! Yikes, she said. Anyway, do you store them any special way? I, honest to Pete, don't. I keep them on a shelf in my garage, honestly. Now, that said, my garage is insulated, so it doesn't get super hot or super cold in there. But that's where they lay. They just lay flat. I fold them in half, you know, kind of how they fold, and just lay them flat and piled up on one another. And for my flags, I have like a 3-drawered rolly cart, you know, and it's in my garage. It's in my garage. And I have the 3 drawers labeled like January through April, May through August, September through December, something like that. And that's where I keep them all. Yeah. And now realize that my garage, as I said, is insulated, and we never leave the garage doors up, so nothing ever gets into my stuff out there. A lot of people ask me that, and we don't have them. I've never seen a mouse. I've never seen, I mean, of course everybody gets bugs and stuff, but for whatever reason, my stuff stays nice out there. So, but that's where I keep them, in the garage. Yep. So that's it. And that's all my questions. That's all 4 of my questions. So that's it. And there's anything else to tell you? I don't think so. Chris and I have no plans this weekend of any substance. I think we're going to be around though, but we have really no plans to do anything. So, but I hope you do, since it's the weekend coming up. I am going to take a moment here to humbly ask you if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel. My numbers still are fluctuating up and down. I can't seem to get to the 400. The, what is it? What do I have? 33,300 and, or whatever it is, whatever I have. I can't get to the 400 mark. So I was hoping to do that. I'm hoping to see it grow. I'd love to get to 40 and 50,000, but you know, it's a slow go for me for sure, as far as gaining subscribers. So, but I would love it if you would just go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and then like and hit the notification bell so you never miss one of my uploads, and then share with your friends and family, and maybe they might like to come over and subscribe as well. But anyway, I hope you guys do have a good weekend. I hope you get to see someone that you love, or if not, I hope you get to talk with them, FaceTime with them. Never forget to tell whomever you see that you love them before you leave, or before you hang up that phone. You never know what tomorrow's going to bring, right? We just never know. So with all that said, thank you all for joining me all week this week for my compilation videos. I hope you enjoyed today's, and I hope all is well with everyone. And for those of you who might be struggling or suffering with a catastrophic illness or chronic pain, I hope that you have someone there with you, taking care of you, helping you get through each day, making the very, very best out of each day. I hope there's nothing weighing on your minds or your hearts, pulling your attention away from where you want it to be or from where it should be. I love y'all to bits, to bits, to bits, hugs all around, and I keep you in my thoughts and my prayers every single day. And with all that said, I'll just say, until next time, y'all take good care and enjoy this little compilation video. And look how my decor has changed through the years. Wowee. All right, you guys. Catch you Monday. Love yous. Bye-bye.